It is the swift and nimble Kunoichi type that debuted in Medarot 8. It is KNI01 Ready Go, with a kit of Protect Trap, Sword, Double Sword, Biped Legs, and the Mirage leg ability, which grants Conceal Effect to self when charging Metaforce. Now, much akin to say how LED Shadow or Nin Ninja serve as your dedicated and more balanced melee fighter with a more interrupt-based head skill than anything else, this Kunoichi type very easily does the same for mono-female teams. Protect Trap, or simply also known as Defense Trap, basically will set a plant on the field that will damage any foes that choose to use a defense-based skill. This includes Simple Guard, Shoot Guard, Perfect Guard, Counter Guard. As long as it's as a defense-based skill, this trap will essentially punish them for using it every time it's triggered. So very nice for passive damage on the fly if you can't make use of something to stall the shield immediately. Right arm and left arm of Sora are very conventional melee attacks that have no major drawback or weakness, so for their incredible balance, I do highly recommend picking one up or making good use of. Especially for mono-female teams, or even a female just in general that needs a more balanced attack across the board. Biped Leg with the Mirage Leg ability do tie into her motif very well, with the Conceal Effect basically allowing her to buff her own evade by a short time, and also negate pierce damage for one blow, which can help kind of keep her alive in the long run, and kind of help minimize damage where possible. As a pure set score across the board, I do have to rate Not Ready Go a pretty solid 7 out of 10 for her very solid balance across the board. Her stats are a little squishy in terms of her armor and overall damage output, but for a female type like her, that is kind of to be expected, as she focuses more on her speed and her mobility more so than the base damage that she can deal, in contrast to other dedicated female fighters such as, say, Hardness 10 or Flapper Kung Fu or Deer Stage or Cheerful Bunny. This Kunoichi type honestly focuses more on just keeping on the move and simply taking a swipe whenever the opportunity does arise. As mixed parts, on the other hand, I would honestly have to rate her an equal 7 out of 10. Arguments could very easily be made for an 7.5 or an 8 out of 10, because again, basic sword means you can use them just about anywhere with no major drawback or detriment for their incredible balance, and with them being on both arms, you can fit them in just about anywhere for even better flexibility. And then of course, with a very solid biped leg across the board, very good mobility too, and a leg ability that does kind of help keep her alive in the long run and help minimize damage where possible.